Fusion Mobile, quality e-learning experience on the go.
You are welcome to Fusion Mobile e-learning platform. I'm Onokobi by name, the Commerce Tutor, and this class we'll be looking at deregulation. So we'll be looking at the meaning of deregulation. So we'll be looking at the advantages and disadvantages of deregulation. The first thing we have on the list is the meaning of deregulation. You know, deregulation is the process of removing or eliminating government control over a particular industry. So when there is removal of government control or state control over the control of a particular industry or a particular form of business, we say such an industry has been deregulated. So deregulation also is very necessary in the economy. You have to move from aspect of government rules, regulation and control over some businesses or industries. You have to bring in more competition. You understand? You have to bring in more competitiveness and efficiency in such an industry. So when deregulation actually occurs, what happens? There will be elimination or reduction in government control of that particular industry, whereby that will bring in more form of people in the industries, and there won't be any form of strict rules as regards to government ownership, and also people will be able to come to such an industries, and such an industry will become efficient and effective in the provision of that goods and services. And also, deregulation is really opposite of regulation. So when talking about regulation, it means government actually taking over a particular industry, which is forming a part of a tougher rules in such an industries, whereby that would prevent any form of competition in such an industries, whereby there will be tougher rules. So there will be tougher rules, and government will regulate all the aspects of such an industries. So there won't be any form of firms coming in such an industries. So government will be the one taking over of such industry. So when talking about the regulation actually opposed that, and this is that it's opposite of that regulation. So it helps to reduce government regulations, and also helps to reduce or to eliminate government regulation or control over a particular industry, And I've said when the regulation actually occurs, what will happen? Different firms will actually come to that industry, and that can actually make the industry to be more efficient and effective. So when talking about the regulation was actually introduced in Nigeria year 1994 to 1998 or so. That was the first time the regulation was actually being effective in some particular industries in Nigeria were actually being taken over, were actually being reduced. So whereby the state control or government control were being reduced on some particular aspect of industries. So whereby new firms are actually come and take over such an industries and put it in their specific control. So different firms which actually leads to competition in such and industries. So when talking about the deregulation, I said earlier, it's just the process of removing or eliminating state control over an industry. And also to ensure effectiveness or also ensure efficiency in such an industry. So let's look at the advantages of deregulation. What advantages are we going to derive if the state or if the economy is being deregulated by the government? So if it is being deregulated, whereby the state control is being reduced, what are the advantages are we going to derive there? Number one is that there will be competition in such an industry, and again number two is that there will be cost savings. Number three is that there will be cost savings, there will be competition, there will be generation of employment. There will be generation of employment. Employment will usually be generated. And number four, there will be going to reduce bureaucracy, which is the major aspect of government businesses. So going to reduce bureaucracy. Going to help to reduce bureaucracy. So number five is that it helps to reduce reduction in corruption There will be reduction in corruption. There will be reduction in what? In corruption. So these are the advantages which can actually what? Derive from what? From deregulation. And derive from the you also derive steady supply of goods and services, since there will be a lot of pay if such an industry is being deregulated. So steady supply of goods. So the first one we have is the competition. So if an industry is being deregulated by the government, would that means there will be what? There will be little or no control of government no control of government power. So there will be reduction in government power over such an industry. So what will happen? That will bring in more firm into such industries, and as a result of the introduction of more firms in the industry, what will happen? There will be competition among these firms. So once there is competition among these firms, what will happen? That will call for efficiency and effectiveness in such an industries. So there will be efficiency and effectiveness, since competition actually brings about efficiency and effectiveness. The next thing we have is that there will be cost savings. So these firms that actually take over this industry can actually comes together to form a body, and also ensure that the raw material and everything that will be required in such an industry is being put together by them, and that will reduce cost of in such an industry, the cost incurred by the government, and that will also ensures easily protection. Now, the next thing is that is the general generation of employment. Since many firms will now come into such an industry, what will happen? Employment will be generated in such an industry. So employment will be generated. Now, the next thing we have reduction in what? Or it helps to reduce bureaucracy. Wow, it helps to reduce bureaucracy, since government control has been totally eliminated or has been reduced. So what will happen? There won't be a tendency. There won't be bureaucratic tendency in such a way that there will be strict rules. You understand? There will be hierarchy in position. So before decision has to be taken, there will have to be hierarchy in decision making. So hierarchical ways of decision making. So that would have been be reduced, since since government control has been reduced in such an industry. So bureaucratic tendency will actually be removed. Whereby taking decisions will be difficult. So you have to pass through different stages before the decision will finally taken. So what will happen? That form of tendency will be removed in a deregulated market or industry. The next thing we have is reduction in corruption. Wow, since the industry will no longer be controlled by government officials, what will happen? The corruption will be reduced in such an industry. Corruption will be reduced, and also a steady supply of goods, since there will be a lot of firm. There will be a lot of firm in such an industry. What will happen? There will be steady supply of goods. So the next thing we have now is to look at the disadvantages of the regulation. So we don't have much disadvantages of the regulation. But advantage we can actually derive is that there can be degrading of quality. Degrading of quality. And number two is that there will be reduction. It's reduced cost. It's helps to reduce cost, and that is it reduce prices. It helps to reduce prices, and there will be degrading of quality. Quality can easily be degraded, since a lot of there will be competition in such an industry. What will happen, and there will also be a lot of firms in the industries that can help that can actually degrade the quality of the product. Since the major aim of this firm is to actually derive a lot of profit. So what will happen? The quality of the goods provided by this industry can be degraded. So the next one we have is that there will be a reduction in price, and reduce in prices. There will be a decrease in prices. So since such industry will have been taken by by different firms in the industries. So what will happen? It might be a reduction in prices, So by the firm. So that can actually cause a certain problem in the industries. Whereby there won't be a lot since there will be competition in the industry. What will happen? a lot of firms will comes in, you understand. So that will be what some firms will look at. Okay, they want to increase their sales, and and to increase the sales in such an industry, what will happen? They will have to decrease the price of the goods. So since they decrease the price of the goods, what will happen? That will affect a lot of firms coming in such an industry, and that industry might not be effective and efficient through that process. So that actually what causes decrease in price or reduction in price. Reduction in price or decrease in prices, and that can actually what causes problems in such an industries. So we are able to look at the advantages of deregulation and disadvantages of deregulation. So and also we are able to look at the meaning of the regulation, which is the process of removal of government power in a particular industries. So if you are having any problems with this topic, do not hesitate to replay the video, and some questions will be displayed on your screen. Do well to attempt such question. Thank you.